Hello students, today we are going to be going through lesson 1.11, Introduction to Theme and Symbol. What am I learning? The goal for today is to be introduced to the following literary vocabulary terms: symbol, universal symbol, unique symbol. We have two objectives for today: to understand the difference between topic and theme, and to recognize universal symbols. And our standard relates to vocabulary. Acquire and use accurately grade-appropriate general, academic, and domain-specific words and phrases. What am I doing? Your first task for the day is to view the theme and symbol presentation below. Take notes and be sure you are able to identify the key terms. So let's get started, shall we? Theme and symbols, 8th grade ELA. What is theme? Theme is the message or lesson of a work of literature, the lesson about life that a piece of literature explores, the big idea or central idea of a work, the universal idea about life. And universal idea just means that everybody can relate to that idea. So write down the definition for theme that makes the most sense to you. Theme or topic. Many people confuse these two terms, and they are not the same. A topic is what the work is about, such as friendship or war. The topic of The Outsiders can be gangs, friendship, or family. So the topic is not the theme. What is theme anyway? It is important to know that a piece of literature can mean different things to different people. This means that two people reading the same story might describe the theme differently or discover different themes. So, how do I identify the theme in a piece of literature? Ask yourself, what big message about life is the writer trying to tell me? Sometimes the author will directly tell you the theme in the story. Often, though, you'll need to infer or figure out the theme of a work. So in order to do that, you'd have to use details from the text and your prior knowledge about life to figure out the message. So you're looking for the main idea or the big idea. Use the following strategies to help you to identify theme. Look at the title. Consider the plot. The plot is the events in the story and the conflict, the problem in the story. Analyze the characters. Why do they act the way they do? What's their motivation? And make connections to the text. Text to self connections, text to text connections. Maybe you read something that is similar, or text to world connections. Is there anything going on what you're reading that is happening in the world today? Details that support theme. A theme must be based on the details, events, and characters in the text. To find support for a theme, you have to go back to the text. Look for things that the characters say or ways in which they change. These details often contain ideas or messages that support the theme. So here is a slide that goes through different parts of a story. The title of the story, can suggest an important idea or symbol. What in this story does the title refer to? What idea or symbol does the title highlight? Could the title have more than one meaning? Characters. Characters can influence theme by how they act or what they learn. Ask, what do the main character's actions and thoughts tell you about him or her? How does the character change? What lessons does the character learn? Plot and conflict. A story revolves around conflicts that are central to the theme. Ask, what conflicts or problems do the characters face, and how are the conflicts resolved? Setting. Setting, remember, is time and place, and it can connect to a theme because of what it means to the characters or to readers. Ask, how does the setting affect the characters or influence their actions? What might the setting represent to readers? Important statements. The narrator or character may make statements that hint at the theme. Ask, what key statements are made in the story? Could any statements be reworded as an overall theme? Symbols. A symbol can convey a theme because of what it means to the main character. Ask, does anything seem to stand for something beyond itself? What might the symbol mean to the main character? What might it represent to readers? Moral. A moral can be connected to a theme, but not always. A moral is a lesson that the reader and or character learn or take away from the story. Fables usually have morals at the end of them. What is symbolism? So let's watch a short clip about symbolism, and as you are watching, jot down some important points. Symbolism in literature. What are symbols? A symbol is an object that stands for something else. An action, person, place, color, or object can all have symbolic meaning. What do these symbols represent? A heart represents love. That symbol represents recycle. And the last one, thumbs up, means I like this. What is symbolism? Symbolism is when an object or word represents or symbolizes an abstract idea different from the literal meaning. Why do authors use symbolism? Authors use symbolism as a story element to provide a deeper understanding of the text. Symbolism can convey deeper messages, connect the story and theme, show instead of tell. How do you uncover symbolism? Look for an object or objects that keep popping up throughout the story. Think about how a character is reacting to the object. Keep thinking. As you read, consider the symbols an author might be using to convey a message. Symbols. A symbol represents something more than what it is. For example, a diploma is a symbol that a student has graduated from high school. The diploma is a symbol because it stands for a future filled with endless possibilities. In literature, a symbol is a person, object, or activity that stands for something beyond itself. A writer's use of symbols is called symbolism. So there's some common symbols listed below: the Statue of Liberty, a sunset, a child, touching hands, a road. What do you think they represent? So take a minute to think about what might those objects represent. Remember, they're not the literal meaning. For instance, the Statue of Liberty represents freedom to a lot of people because they came to the United States to get away from their homeland because their situation was really bad there. So that's a common representation of the Statue of Liberty, that it means freedom. Universal symbols. Some symbols are universal, meaning everybody knows them. For example, a flag is a universal symbol that stands for patriotism, and a dove is a universal symbol that represents peace. Unique symbols. Other symbols are not as instantly recognizable. Rather, they are unique to a specific work of literature. For instance, suppose you were reading a story about a teenager who moves across the country and starts over at a new middle school. At school, the boy feels isolated and unpopular. A talented piano player, the boy throws himself into practicing his music for hours and hours after school every day. In this story, the piano symbolizes an escape from the challenges and loneliness that he faces in his everyday life. Interpreting symbols. Interpreting or figuring out symbols can be tricky. As you read any work of literature, look for objects, places, or people or activities that are described in great detail or that are mentioned often. Then ask yourself, how does this symbol to relate to what's happening in the story? What does this symbol mean to the characters? What might this symbol represent? So make sure that you have defined these terms in your ALA notebook: theme, topic, symbol, symbolism, unique symbols, and universal symbols. If you want, you can watch the 2 videos that are in today's assignment if you need more help with symbol and theme, but you're not required to watch them. Lastly, make sure that you log into your ELA Acellus program and complete Step 18, The Call of the Wild. Read Chapter 4 and answer the questions 1 through 3. If you need help with your Acellus, please come to office hours and I'll be happy to help you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.